Yo, my battery's on 1%, but I'm out here in nature right now. And I know I made kind of a video about it, but I just want to talk about science and religion. It's the same shit. It's the same fucking shit. And here's why. Look at this nature. Beautiful, right? Is this shit sideways? I fucking hope not. Here's why. So, back in the day, religion was used to control people. Control people. Yes, right? To control people. How do they do that? Well, the thing is, the stuff in the Bible, a lot of that stuff, there's a lot of truth in there. And you can experience Christ, God, whatever you want to call it. So when you get people that experience those things, and then later on in time you start altering stuff, you know what I mean? Then people are going to be like, hey, I believe that. I've felt stuff like that. So everything that is being presented to me by these priests, these popes, blah, 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 must be true, must be facts. You know what I mean? Unless they themselves go even deeper than what is being told to them. Same with science. Same fucking thing with science. Same fucking thing with science. Hey, well, I have evidence around me to show that what they are telling me must be true. So whatever mainstream science or whatever everything is being told at me and the history books and all this type of stuff that I grew up with in school, it must be true. Why would they lie to me? Why would they do that? They don't do stuff like that anymore. Well, the simple fact is they most likely fucking do. It's the same shit, just under a different name, under a different way of life. And that's the thing, is like it's all about trying to balance it, because that's how people get into religions and stuff like that. You know, it's another way of, it's not all control. Everybody has their reasons. Religion is a way of structure. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing. You are not the person going out doing the experiences, unless you are. If you're not going out experimenting, doing the science experiments, then you can't really know. Just like with these experiences, spiritual experiences and stuff like that. If you're not going out meditating, pondering deeply on these things, having like really going deep and experiencing Christ and God, you're not going to know. You're not going to know. So of course you're going to look at people who are fucking Christians and stuff like that and be able to pick them apart and be like, that shit is stupid. How do you don't have any evidence of that. You don't have any blah, 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 blah. Same to people, but it's the same thing with science. You don't have any evidence of it either when you are coming at it with science, unless you yourself are doing the actual experiments. Really, if you yourself are doing the actual experiments, there's a balance, right? There's always a balance because, ooh, that was a good fart. It's the same thing, just under a different name. It's just under a different name. They call it science, one calls it religion. One practices something else, the other practices something else. But it's still concepts and ideas. But religion is, it's all about balance. It's not to say that you cannot take, as a scientific mind. That's why I'm able to watch stuff like Actualize and certain videos, because I have certain puzzle pieces already that I myself have experienced. And then I can hear or take other people's information and complete that puzzle more, being like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. No, that part doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. Maybe I'll understand that later. Same with science. I have evidence right here show that this hypothesis is true. I have some of the puzzle pieces. Now I'm listening to this science talk about, oh, that makes sense. This scientist just told me what I pretty much knew, and I just needed that other puzzle piece to complete it. You know what I mean? Like that happens, and that's fine. And I'm not demonizing any of that, because that happens, but you got to find a balance. Not everything you're going to hear from scientists and mainstream scientists is fact, is truth. It might be a way to exploit or corrupt or control you. Same with religion. So please, people, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. It's the same shit. All right, anyways, it's a beautiful fucking day out. But I just really was thinking about that today, because it's just like, there's so much more to life, and it's very arrogant to act like we really, really, really have the facts and we really, really know, because we don't. We really don't know shit. We don't know shit, guys. We don't know shit. We know what we know, but we don't know shit. This is like a fucking virtual reality game. Like, we are the soul living in a body. We exist beyond this physical spectrum. We exist beyond this, guys. Beyond this. We are coming in. Think of it like a virtual reality game. Think about it like that. let's say we're the year 2050. You put your virtual headset on, you're in your avatar now. I'm in my avatar. Oh, I can do anything or whatever. You know what I mean? Woo, I'm gonna play the game. I'm in my avatar. It's the same shit. We're the soul going into a human body, having a human God like experience it. You know, we're having an experience. We call ourselves humans. I don't know. I might start calling myself a god. We're all gods and goddesses. You know what I'm saying? But people have really mixed feelings about saying that. Because like, hey, whoa. You know what I mean? Don't get over cocky. I think human is a limiting word. Why don't we start calling ourselves gods? You know, what would happen to our minds and our consciousnesses if we started calling ourselves gods? Because when we think of ourselves as humans, we already put ourselves in a box, because the word human is in itself a concept with a definition and limitations. And I know this shit probably sounds crazy to some people, but once you get to a point where you're able to really like realize this stuff, and I don't even care if I sound arrogant or cocky. If you're not there, you're not there, and that's okay. But you can get there. And I'm still learning. I'm not saying I'm like, hey, I'm better than everybody. I know everything. I don't know everything. I just said that. I do not know everything. But I'm learning as I go. And this stuff you can experience and have these realizations where it's like, that makes fucking sense. But who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? But that's what makes fucking sense to me. But we are in an avatar body. We are having what we call a human experience. Wow, this is so cool. The only thing is we've forgotten who we are and where we come from. We can remember, we all come from one source, guys. It's all coming from one source. They even say in the Bible, don't quote me on this, but the spiritual world is more real than this life. This is more realer than real life, what we call real life. Just like a virtual reality game, the real world is more real than the virtual reality game. Until, you know, one day it's going to seem way too real, just like this. And we can get caught up in that world and forget that there's a world beyond that exists. Same concept, same thing. Anyways, I'm going to breathe in this fresh prana. Shout out to Ralph Smart, man. Hope you're doing good. You're doing a great job, man. Good videos. Let's vibe out. Let's have an awesome day, guys. Kill it. I love you. Peace.